What is going on, Dino Duelists? It is your man's amazing Mike Man here, and we're going to be going over a updated deck list after the new point list came out for Genesis for dinosaurs. So, unfortunately, the new point list did hurt us. Rest in peace, Volzar Lars. It is now 20 points, and with Misk already costing 75 points, that is quite unfortunate. This is the new list. I made a lot of changes. I trimmed it down to 40. I like this list a lot more than my previous list. So yeah, I cut not just a Volzar Lars, but I cut Pankratops, which was 10 points. Volzar Lars is 20 now. And I also cut Trishula, which was 3 points. I think it's like 15 or something like that now. Trish got way more expensive, and it's not worth it. I also cut Dark Hole and Dark Ruler No More, which was free, but I just opted for more impactful stuff because Dark Ruler No More doesn't really do enough, unfortunately. Even when you go second, like the boards are just so powerful and layered that like a Dark Ruler does not necessarily answer them well enough in my opinion. I still side it, but I don't main it anymore. I also cut Lost World as well. But Lost World, it's cool, like especially in this format. There's no links, so they're stuck with the token, and there's only 5 zones, so it really does clog them. However, it's not so much of a starter or an extender. Really, like it's kind of a combo piece if you see it plus Dinosaur plus Dark Hole, or like certain like Lost World combos with like Overraptor, for example, right? And it kind of helps breaking boards a little bit, turns off targeting once you get that token on field, but it's just not impactful enough, really. Like it's never been the difference maker, right? Like I've never, even when I was playing it and it was good, you know, those hands I had were just straight gas. Like Lost World was just another card adding to the gas, So Lost World was one of those cards where I honestly feel like it was just a bit win more. So I cut Lost World for that reason. Dark Hole, same thing. Like it's been okay, but it's never been like the difference maker. And it can help you fix hands, but I just trimmed the list down, and it's still plenty of gas, still plenty of ways to pop babies with 3 Ground Xeno, 3 Volcano, and then OV plus Misk all pop babies because OV gets you Misk, and then Misk gets Archosaur. So we got plenty of ways to pop babies regardless, without Dark Hole and without Lost World. So the list is still consistent in terms of that. In fact, you could maybe even argue it's more consistent now that it's 40 cards. So where did I spend the rest of my points? As you can see, in Droll and Nibiru, because pretty much everyone is on the same page in Genesis format right now. Droll and Nibiru are the best non-engine you could run. So it's kind of non-negotiable. And I mean, these are 5 points, right? Like, you got to be playing Droll and Nibiru. Droll, I feel like it's just more impactful, hits more decks. It hits like Runic, the MST deck, Runic Typhoon. It hits more things, whereas Nibiru is a bit more like, only good against things like maybe Onomat. So, and also like, with Mitsurigi running around a little bit, Nib like tributes and stuff. It's not great. So Droll is just a bit better. I mean, still Nib's good, don't get me wrong. But Droll is just better. That's why I'm on 3 Droll, 2 Nib as opposed to the opposite ratio. And then I had 2 extra spots for some non-engine, just threw in some Crows. I don't love Crow. I really don't. But I had 2 spots. It was between 2 Crow and 2 Dark Ruler. Or maybe some more Kaijus. Totally flexible. I just figured if my approach is going to be actually playing on turn 0 and like actually, using hand traps, I just figured, okay, fuck it, just Crow. Instead of like mixing hand traps and board breakers. Here is the list. We got 3 Overraptor, 3 Baby, 3 Petite, 1 Misk. So standard Dino lineup. I'm maxing out on the babies and petites for max consistency because in order to combo, like really combo, you want to pop those babies and petites. I'm on the full Dirac package, so 3 Stego, 3 Megalo, 2 Aeolo, 1 Titano, 1 Impact, and 3 Volcano. So 3 Stego, Stego's a 1-card combo, 1-card starter. 3 Megalo's great. It's part of the 1-card combo. You also need 2 Aeolo and like 3 Megalo because you want to pop that 3rd one during the combo. But 3 Megalo. And if you're interested in the combo, I have other YouTube videos that go over the 1-card Stego combo. But it basically involves sending Misk and summoning 2 Megalo, 2 Aeolo, and then you end on like 4 nukes plus follow-up. It's pretty good. But so Stego is a 1-card combo. Megalo is great. It helps you fix your hands because you are playing bricks. Like these 4 cards are just like bricks full stop, right? But cool thing is you can trade them out for better cards because it thinks to Megalo. So I'm okay with playing these 4 bricks because you could just trade them out and just draw more cards. So yeah, and then with the fact that you're playing hand traps, you could like pitch your dead Diracs and draw into hand traps. The reason I'm on Titano is because you only have 5 zones, so you're usually gonna like have a lot of gas and like make this board with like a Volzars and and you're gonna have like some space after you make your dragons, and like maybe you might make Chengying or something. Once you like make your board with like non-dinos, then you go into Stego, right? Well, at that point, your zones are clogged, so you're not going to be able to do the real combo where you send a 4 or summon 4 level 1s. So instead, I play the 1 Titano and the second UCT, so you can pop itself, send UCT, summon Titano and a level 1, sync, make a Stero, and get your impact, right? And that's all. And that's like a summon negate, and plus at least 2 nukes, assuming you didn't pop a Megalo early in your combo. Because if you popped a Megalo earlier in your combo, that actually gives you 2 more nukes, because Megalo is going to send a Stero, and then on the opponent's turn, your first meteor is going to summon back Megalo, and then your second meteor is going to pop it, triggering it to send your third Astero, and then you're going to have all 4 nukes, right? Impact plus all 3 Asteros. And yeah, so full direct package. 2 UCT, 1 to send off of Stego, and then 1 to kill for like, the grind game. 1 Kaiju, it's nice to have a searchable Kaiju in the main deck. Xeno and Frost, really good, really important. These help you make your rank 6. Unfortunately, no Lars, so I'm playing Volzar Solda. Solda ain't too bad. So Solda actually has a benefit that Lars does not have. Solda cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has material. So you're nuking the field, right? This thing stays on board. Like, there are other situations where you might have like a Dolka or Logia that like you haven't used the materials yet, and like, maybe it's optimal, like, fuck, I gotta nuke now, and, I haven't used my negates yet, but I have to nuke now, and then you have to, like, nuke your own boss musher. It really sucks. But at least with Solda, you can nuke, and then this thing stays on field. So you get full value from this, and, like, it's just great. Like, it has a lot of synergy by that effect. So what does it do? When your opponent special summons a monster, detach a material, pop it. Not a great effect. Obviously not anywhere near as good as Lars. I could still play Lars over this if I had the opportunity, but, you take what you get. You make lemonade. So you make rank 6s. I still think Drill is great. Drill was excellent. It lets you bring back Misk, shuffle back your Frost. So when a Meteor revives a tuner, which would be Meteorus, your Frost will be back in the deck. So in the grind game, this could pop a baby. And especially because you've used this to recycle Misk, your Misk can banish from grave, summon a baby, and then that's Xeno, pop a baby, and then you get Overraptor, or if you can get like UCT, or, the sky's your limit at that point. And especially it's going to be a simplified game state because that's after you nuked. So Drill is really great for follow-up. So it depends on like your hand and the board state, but like you go for this if you want a stronger board, if you already have follow-up, but if you don't have follow-up, this gets you excellent follow-up. To run the Arco and the Pill, this makes it so something like OV plus Baby is full combo, or OV plus Petite is full combo, because you can add Misk banish, summon Archosaur, Arco pop the Baby and Petite, and then you get the Pill, right? Another thing is, if you have Arco pop a level 1, you could actually search GD Crow, which is pretty cool, because usually people just use this to add the Evolution Pill, but you can also add a Reptile, Sea Serpent, or Winged Beast at the same level as a Destroyed Monster. So if Archosaur pops a level 1 specifically, you can add DD Crow. Not if you pop a Baby. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. So we're on 3 Volcano. Just excellent. I mean, it gets you to Stego, and then that gets you Astero, and just a powerful board, plus follow-up, because that gets you Misk as well. Okay, and then if you open like too many, let's say you don't need it, I mean, you could always just pitch it off a Megalo, right? 3 Ground Xeno. This is like the best starter, assuming you have a Baby or Petite. That's like crazy, because then you add Xeno Meteorus, and then chain 1 Baby or Petite, chain 2 Xeno, and then that's like really hard for the opponent to stop. And then of course the non-engine Edgeman over. Side deck, I mean, 3 Cyclone, 3K Trunade for back row decks. We're also on 3 Dark Ruler for when we go second, for breaking boards. 3 Kaijus, 1 Giant Rex for shifter decks, DD Crow for decks that it does do something against, and Pulling the Rug for, I put it in specifically for Monarchs, man, because Monarchs is a hard deck to beat. And 3 Astero, 3 Meteor, so we can nuke as much as possible, 1 Velfito to climb into it when we do the 1-card combo. Then we've got Horn Brute Carnivorous, this is also for the 1-card combo. It's pretty good, it's nice to have. This also helps with like OTKing and stuff. We're on Chengying. It's really good when you like nuke everything, and yeah, I mean, Chengying is just awesome. We're on 2 Dolka. We have space for an extra Volzar, so Dolka's great. We could do 2 Dolka or 2 Logia. It's really your choice. I might switch to 2 Logia, because being able to negate like fusion and ritual spells is like really good. Because against like Synchro and Xyz decks, we're already like really good against, because they have to commit to the field in order to make their plays, right? And then if they commit to the field, we just nuke them. So I'd rather have something to negate spells and traps. That's why the Lars hit actually did do a number on our deck, because now when we play against fusion and ritual decks, usually I would try to make Lars, because being able to negate 2 ritual or fusion spells is like really good. So maybe I'll just go for 2 Logia. I think that might be better. Solda went over. Granosaurus Giga Cannon is helps you. It does burn damage, so it helps you finish off the opponent when they're low. It helps you OTK when you're locked into dinosaurs. So when you go Stego and you make Meteor, and then you have like Misk, you could basically after you make Meteor, you hard make Meteor with Stego. You're going to have that Misk in the grave. Misk is going to summon over after Ovi's going to search UCT. And this helps you OTK while you're under dinosaurs, because that extra 1,000 damage comes up. We're going to drill Ignathus, I went over. So, yeah, this is the list. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out, guys.